How do you make a cement ad feel light on its feet? A few years ago, I was asked to write the music for a PPC Cement spot linked to a COSAFA football event, which musically is already an interesting contradiction because cement is heavy and football is light. So the job wasn't really to sound like cement, thank goodness. The job was to make the world around the product feel alive enough that the product point could land. So the music had to do a few things at once. It had to create a sense of movement, it had to feel playful, and it also had to create a sense of place. The reference was Amadou and Miriam's Artistia, because it had that kind of warm, guitar-driven, playful, rhythmic, Pan-African energy. But as always with references, the job is not to copy the track. And Pan-African is one of those briefs that sounds simple until you realize that Africa has 54 countries and none of them are called generic marimba loop. So the challenge was, how do you make it feel broad enough for the campaign, but specific enough that it doesn't dissolve into generic advertising wallpaper? I'd been in touch with a Kenyan singer called Melissa Ome, who'd been studying at AFTA in Joburg at the time. I pitched her on the track and she came in with this crazy Swahili vocal element, which really gave the thing a much more specific human center. And that was really important, because a broad cultural brief often needs specific human choices, a particular groove, a particular voice, and a particular performance. And even though this one doesn't have a big award story attached to it, it does have a different kind of proof. The client renewed it for another year, and then a year after that, which in advertising terms is a pretty good sign that the music is doing its job. So for me, the lesson is this: good ad music doesn't always score the product directly. Sometimes it scores the world around the product, so when the product point arrives, it feels natural.